Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
And the Patriot first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third down, Brissett. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike. Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Here we go, check him out.
Hey, Alpha.
Check the car.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 22. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They go play action with Brissett. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Hey, alert, alert.
Shoot.
Hey, alert, alert.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Quarter. I got you, baby. I got you.
Hey, Charlie.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try to counter here, Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Edelman was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Squeeze, double. Single. Here we go.
Here's Brissett. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action here with Rosen. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run to Drake. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Middle. Hey, high second.
On 2nd and 9. Rosen on the left side. This is Stills. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Double dog. That's the way.
Rosen off the play action. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Alert! Mark 55!
Here we go.
On second down, here's Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On play action, Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Drake. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
You don't want no problems with me.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. The loop, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Patriots.
Brissett to throw on first. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First down, New England.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's get off the field. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike 4.
Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On first down, Grant. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Kill, kill, kill. Turn. Quarter. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Monday.
Mike's 22. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Hey, Delta.
Come on here. Come get some.
Now Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, quarter. You got tight right there.
6'6", pull it high.
Watch twist.
Hey, quarter. Hey, seam 6.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Under 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
5. Monday.
That's the mic. 47 is the mic.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
27 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now Drake, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Watch that.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Rosen will throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On second down now. It's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 47.
So don't say nothing.
Check 4, check 4.
Monday. Monday.
47's the mic, 47's the mic.
Hey, foxtrot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Hey, alert. Hug.
47's the mic, boys, 47. Check, 47. Right here. Hey, check, Mike.
Go.
47. Tackles.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Slam.
Monday. Hey, alert.
47's the mic, 47's the mic.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
37-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Again, it's Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. They give him a gain of 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, quarter. 55's my guy. 55. Hey, we heavy on the edge.
They go back to Grant. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, pick your game up.
They try again with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Don't get nervous.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Smooth. Better bring it. Go.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
championships, baby.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
It's complete to Grant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action here with Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New England, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. It's the NFL on EA Sports.